gonna mount this camera over here to get a little bit of how I push. The way I run this blade is you got my 4 remotes for the hydraulics. The green one forward just lets it down, pull it back is up. And then the black one right here, if I pull it towards me, that swings it to the right, and if I push it forwards, it swings it to the left. It's all by my fingertips, so it's nice and nifty and handy. And we'll push this load up right here and show you how she pushes from inside the cab. Because I had Matt's son, he was riding with me earlier. He got all the recording of me pushing from outside, so that was handy. Kyle, dumping his load. Stan's done packing that sidewall, and now he's just gonna start going up and down with me while I'm pushing. I'm on the bunk today, but they just got both choppers going because my little brother just came back from college. So we got a couple extra people, had some friends come. So we're running both choppers, one's here, one's down there now. They were both down here. I got a pretty cool drone video that I just took. That's gonna be a whole own video. But I'm gonna go back to the bunk because the bunk is popping now with both choppers going. So we got 3 people up there, so we'll head back there now. Matt, he's running the semi. We're doing a lot of equipment hopping today because we got people. So we're putting people in whatever that we know who can drive, because not everybody can drive the tractor trailer. Matt, certified operator right there. He watches the videos, he'll see this, he'll appreciate that. But he's a good driver, so he's driving the tractor trailer because not many of us drive it. He's dumping the big load. That is the big load for us. It's only a 26-foot trailer, but it does bring home a lot of feed. We put the sideboards on it. It used to be a tractor trailer gravel box. We put some big sideboards on it so that it would be able to haul more feed, because feed's a lot lighter than gravel, so you can haul a lot more volume. And then that is helping that thing haul a lot. But Alex's box and Philip's box, they're both 20-foot boxes. I think one of them might be 21-foot. Philip's might be. I know it's a little, Philip's is more than 20 foot by a little bit because it has a longer frame. We could make the box bigger. Alex is maxing out. Hers will hit the ground pretty much when she dumps. But that load is, it's pretty big. My blade's all the way up in the air and it's up to the same height. But he's gonna let that box down. That'll take him a little bit. Stan's gonna move over to the edge where we just pushed the last 2 loads, and he'll get out of our way. But we'll get this load all pushed up. I don't know, it might be a little too dark for the camera to pick it up, but we're pushing the tractor trailer load. We try to keep the lights off as much as possible because we got three equipment up here and they are talking on the CB. Too many people up here. But we got 3 people on the bunk. Plus, there's normally at least always two trucks pulling in right now at a time. We got a little bit between loads because the two trucks are coming at the same time because two choppers. So we do have a couple minutes in between loads. There's one dumping right there. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna turn the camera. But Josh is on the other side with the other tractor pushing. I'm pushing up the tractor trailer load right now. Focus right now, but we're cruising. Definitely need all three on the bunk. People say you gotta have a certain packing, like you put a couple inches down, you pack it all down nice and go. Well, that is definitely the right thing to do, but to be honest, nowadays it's very hard to get drivers, and when you have drivers to go like we do right now, like my friend Luke, he took the 3 days off from work to help drive a truck. Then we got some neighbors that are helping right now, like little brothers back from college. So when you have drivers to go, we're throwing all our equipment right now at it, and we're just harvesting because we know once the week starts, because right now it's Friday, we'll have half the drivers, so we're going to be a lot slower. So while we don't have drivers, we are sending it, and tomorrow and tonight after we stop chopping, because we're going to stop chopping around 7:30 when it starts getting dark, just so we don't have to have all our lights shining at each other. And when it gets dark, we don't like to have lights shining on each other. Like, we'll turn some lights on to make sure everyone can see each other, but it just gets too hectic. So you didn't hear it, but we literally just turned our lights on, and Christoph just said over the CB we are stopping. You got one truck leaving, they just dumped there. Matt's not Matt, Gerhardt's dumping the Ford. And there is a truck waiting to dump. I'm gonna go push up this load, or start pushing up the Ford load, because he's dumping and moving out of my way. And then who's driving that? Luke's driving the Black Western Star. He's gonna come up into the middle. We just gotta be careful for tailgates. People have had those come down on calves because they backed up too quick to start pushing loads. A lot of crazy stuff happens when a lot of equipment's moving, and the best way to prevent those issues is to just less equipment driving, and not do it at night if you have to drive a lot of equipment. So we are pushing through. I am definitely thankful that we bought these.
Christoph, you want me to park?
That we bought these new tires.
You at the farm right now? Yeah, I'm about to leave. Yeah, you might as well park, it's fine.
Yeah, we are stopping. But yeah, these new back tires, last year when we were pushing bunk, I was running those racing slicks. Probably one of the very first videos I put up. It probably is one of them. We put brand new rear tires on this thing, trailer boards, 800s, and these things.
You want me back, Christoph?
Are mean.
Where are you? Dumping. Yeah, it's fine. Might as well park here. You can go, Phil. I'll just fill it in tile and then I'll be done. Okay, yep.
Well, I'm gonna, once it's light out in the morning, I'll come up here, do a lot of packing, and maybe push some feet around on the bunk to get it all exactly where we want it. Right now we are throwing it up here, and we got one guy packing good, so there is packing going on. But we're just keeping the dump area cleaned out. That way everything is going how we want. Very productive day, I will say that. You don't realize.
I'm going to get into my pickup and be looking for the gear selector, like shifter.
You don't realize how much feed you can pump in until you get both choppers rolling. Packing, cruising up with the 8250, and if you're driving all day, you're looking up in the sky. But last time I showed you this right here where the peak is, right where the point, that is the center of the bunk pretty much. That means it's half full.
It's better to just close that tailgate right away, ain't it?
But now.
Yeah, I don't want to forget about it. Only guy has to fill up that. You've done it before.
Stuff has happened on the farm, so that happens everywhere. But Ferdy, my brother, he hopped in the little 84. pushing with that.
Oh, okay, caught him.
I'm running the push blade still.
The one on 105, but it wasn't high enough.
But I'll show you what we kind of do on the bunk, which is a lot different than most farms. Most farms, they will round their bunks so that they can perfectly back everything. On our farm, on this corn bunk, we only got 8-foot sidewalls, and we got to be able to maximize the room. So what we do is we make a nice flat top so that we can put sand on top, so we have no mold, and then the sidewall is straight up. When I say straight up, I mean tires barely stay on there. You got to use big tires on the bottom just to hold it. So it is not for the weak stomach to be up here on the bunk. So not everybody can do it. I'll drive along the side right here. You can really see the sidewall is probably 10 feet from the sidewall itself is like 10 feet. If my blade wasn't in the way, you'd be able to see it really good from the top of the sand wall. And it's like that on both sides, as straight up as we can get it. That's what we want. Let me get this angle right. We are tag teaming loads today. It is the most effective way to get these up here. One push and we can take almost every load up. As long as the two tractors are about 6 to 12 inches away from each other, the corn in between is not a funnel between it, so it works really good. Now you cannot do this if you don't know what you're doing.
I won't pick it up all the way. You gotta come with this.
The last thing you want is the two tractors butting noses up there, because you can bend stuff really easy. But yeah, getting the load up there and out of the way, you can do in one push if the two tractors are butted up right next to each other. are stopping today. It is Sunday. We normally don't actually do much on Sundays. It's the one day we try to normally do the chores that's needed, and that's about it. But corn season's corn season, and we normally hammer it out. But we're bringing the last load in right now. Philip's hauling it in for today, and then the bunk has another section ready to cover. And the reason I didn't talk about why we do the sand and stuff like that, and why we do the bunk like this, is I'm gonna do a bunk covering video on why we do it like this, and that's gonna be the next one anyways. I'll do that tomorrow because we're gonna cover another section. I'll talk about why we do it and then the reasoning behind our madness. Everyone's got their thing, and that's ours. So if you like the video and you want to see on why we cover our bunks with sand, don't forget to like and subscribe.